Using facies zones, you can separate out zones like gas and other interesting intervals in formations. So we're going to choose the example well, which is located on the Exmouth Plateau in Australia. It's a well-known well, part of the Scarborough Field. Now in this well, we've got the whole zone now as a gas zone, and you can see that, and the points are shifted here. The row H is 0.2. So we're going to go back and we're going to trim it down so we've just got this interval. So we use the trim function and we just trim the data back to where we want it to be. And there it shows the interval like so. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to take care of the zone and make it look like an oil zone, because oil is not corrected for hydrocarbon. And so we change the value back to 0.8, and then you'll see the points after we hit the process button will pop back to the matrix line like so. The next thing that we'll do is that the track where the log analysis parameters are, we can actually make that show the depth index plot. So that's what we're going to do, and the first plot just shows the first track, which is a default track. We change that to a plot that I've created. That's a full plot, but that doesn't really allow us to see what we want to see. So we've created a default plot that's in Logscope called Composite, so we'll use that one. Now you have a hydrocarbon zone sitting on top of a water zone, and one of the things that we want to do is we want to keep the water zone and all the rest of the formation using no hydrocarbon correction, because it doesn't need it. But the gas zone does need the hydrocarbon correction. So that's what we're going to move to next. So what we do is we select the region button, and this allows you to select any points on the cross plot and also the depth index plot using any sort of polygonal shape that you may define. So that's what I'm doing here with the mouse. I'm defining that there, and it shows up on the depth index plot. It's discontinuous, but we'll talk about that later. So then the next thing you do once you've selected your points is you choose the region type, which is facies, and then you choose the points, and I'm going to use the facies zone 1 for this. Using the left and right arrows with the zone button, you can actually move to the facies zone, which we'll do next, and you'll see the points on their own, like so. Then I want to move back to the parameter so that I can actually change the hydrocarbon value to a value of 0.2. So I do that now, and then I run process, and you can see that it's moved the points and adjusted them for the hydrocarbon density. And you can see here. Now if I go back to the plot, you can see now that the gas and the oil are intermixed, which is impossible. You can't have that. So in the main zone, we go back into the add region, and then what we can do is we can go to the depth index plot, and we can actually select those zones again. We know where the gas is now, so we can just select the gas zones, and we can tidy up and have the whole interval as gas. And the zones can be contiguous or not contiguous. Mine are not contiguous here, so I'm just selecting the zones as I would, and I select down here, and then I've got the last one here, and then the zones are complete, and I've now got a nice facies zone, and when I save those points I'll be able to process, and I'll be able to see the gas zone as a nice uniform gas column. So let's do that, and let's just process the button and hit the process button, and let's see what it looks like. So we hit the process button, and there we have our nice contiguous gas column. So we're really happy about that. Note, any point that has high clay content will have insignificant hydrocarbon density correction on it.